as Cortex, and she was playing as Crunch.
And I put him in this little pink hoverboat.
Yeah. Hoverboat, and she had the Russian flag on it.
I just felt like it.
And I had the Finnish flag because I don't know why it was there.
It was there.
And we were just being like a nightmare on the course. And Alex, like, literally the first track, just straight up drove right into a wall.
So when we did the track, like, there was this, like, beam, but I don't know why, but I just thought it was a ramp. Like, I genuinely thought it was like a ramp, and I would go, wee! But then it was just, boom!
It was a giant pillar.
And then from there, it just went really downhill. Because at that point, I already fucked up.
Well, it was funny, because the first 2 rounds, like, I just, like, swept them, like, first places both, and you were, like, having a hell of a time. Like, the second one demoralized you, because you started off so well.
I did.
Like, you were leading, and then you just got destroyed by everything.
The items in the...
Hey guys, I'm Bill, also known as the Barbecue Games on Instagram.
And I'm Alex, his sister, who brings only chaos.
And together we are the Gaming and Collecting Podcast, a mostly video game centered podcast.
But half the time, we just talk about anime.
And that collecting thing, well, that's mostly just an implication at best.
So come along and enjoy us on this adventure
as we discuss the games that shaped us. So, how you been?
Well, it's been like a couple hours since the last time we recorded, but we went on a little adventure.
We got food.
We went to Texas Roadhouse.
I'm glad you enjoy saying it. Yeah, she just literally wanted the bread.
I literally went for the bread. I mean, I know other people that go for the bread. It's freshly baked, Bill. It was warm and toasty when it came out. But, oh my god, so we pulled into the parking lot and it was so...
fucking disaster.
Crowded! So we were like, ugh. So instead of going to the door, I was like, oh, I'm just going to sign up for the wait list while I'm in the parking lot. So I did. And I think we ended up, it was like 40 to 50 minute wait. And we were like, oh, well, we're already here.
And it only ended up being like 20.
Yeah, it was only like 20. I think it was under 20. It really wasn't that long at all, so...
Yeah, so we get in and then... It was a freaking machine in there, like just in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out.
The process they have, like they have a person waiting at the door, like the outside door, and then like she's checking people in on the wait list. And then she's also like the doorman, like letting you in if your table's there. And then it was crazy. And then there was a guy wearing like one of those Snuggie products where it was like this big plush robe.
Yeah, they were just chilling in there, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I was all for it, like. It looked comfy. It did kind of make him hard to see, though, at times. Like, because when we were leaving, he was also there, and I didn't really see him because he was in this dark mass of fabric.
Yeah.
But...
It was crowded in there, too, like, cramped.
Oh, yeah. It was crowded, but, you know, it was good.
We ate.
We both got... I got an Angry Orchard, and you got... not Guinness.
No, a large Sam Adams. Seasonal.
Yep.
And then we
got a
burger, and you got chicken fingers.
I got chicken fingies. I just really, honestly...
You just wanted the bread.
I wanted the bread. That's why we went there. And also, I saw honey mustard, and then I was like, ooh, honey mustard sounds really good. So I literally got chicken tenders just to get honey mustard. Yep. And it had some green beans, and I went to pick it up to move it, and I spilled them all on the table.
Yep. And I forgot to put the barbecue sauce on the burger, but it's okay.
Yep. So we struggled. And then after that, we went to Target.
We went to Target because I was looking for shelves, and she was looking for... Well, she actually had stuff picked out, but then we saw that the line was, like, wrapped around the building, pretty much.
Were just like...
And we went, nope.
But it was insane how long the line was. I was like, what the heck?
Not worth it. It just wasn't worth it at that point.
No, it was not worth it.
And they weren't even, like, understaffed. They were just slow.
Yeah. That Target parking lot is, like... the most, like, badly designed parking lot, too.
Yeah.
But we got some steps in, so, you know, at least we had that.
Yep. So what are you drinking?
I am drinking a Cayman Jack Margarita. What are you drinking, Bill?
A Guinness Extra Stout.
Wow. Amazing.
Yep.
Fantastic. Fantabulous.
What's wrong with you?
Everything.
Well, anyways, so for this episode, we're actually got a bit of a flashback to the past. We actually are doing a sequel to our old, I think it was like episode 20.
Maybe.
It was our Switch Multiplayer Madness episode.
Yeah.
So, we kind of did a similar thing. We played a bunch of... Excuse me. We did a bunch of multiplayer Switch games.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to kind of just go over the experience and how they went.
Yeah.
So, honestly, the Switch is probably one of the best multiplayer consoles. And she has a Pro Controller now, so her life didn't suck nearly as much.
Yeah, my hands were not hurting nearly as bad.
So we started off with an old-time classic. We started with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yeah.
And Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a phenomenal freaking kart racer. Still is to this day. There's a reason why they're not making a 9. They're just going straight to, like, they're just making more DLC for it. Because, I mean, it really... It's perfect mechanics as it is, just adding more tracks. I mean...
Yeah.
What's there to complain about? So, we started with that, and we did, I guess we did like a 1 cup, right?
Yeah. You drove as a Luigi.
No, I did my Mii.
Oh yeah, you did your Mii, and then I was King Boo because I thought he looked stupid in his car since he like wasn't actually sitting in it.
Yeah, and I won the championship.
Yeah, I was third though. I was kind of surprised because like I'm not good at racing.
Well, you had one really bad race. Like I got 3 wins and a second. Which is hilarious because the 1 second I got was the race Alex. Well, one race Alex won.
I won. I got.
You won
second.
You won Baby Park.
I think I got second, and then I was first, and then I was like sixth, and then I was third.
Yeah. No. Because she struggled. She got like destroyed at the.
Well, I got destroyed the Animal Crossing one because I was just looking at all the Animal Crossing stuff.
Yeah,
and
she
just kept getting distracted.
That and Wario was a freaking bastard.
Wario was like attacking me, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like
we made Wario just ended up being the one with the super strong AI this round for when we were playing.
Yeah.
So he was just like a menace the entire game. Yeah, we played that for a bit. We finished 4 rounds. Craziness though. Baby Park was nuts though. The classic of It's a Circle.
I had no idea what was going on half the time, and I was really confused when I won too. I was just like,
yeah, you just like I got like murdered by shells during that one.
I think I might have added to that. I'm sorry.
Well, the problem is like it's so small that like the shells just fly everywhere.
Yeah, I was honestly just like. No, I wasn't very strategic when we played Mario Kart. I was more just kind of using the things whenever, which is probably why I didn't do so great. But it was fun. I liked the Mario Kart. I'm not a huge racing game fan, so I had fun, and that's rare for me with a racing game.
Yeah, and then after that we moved on to. So after that we did Smash Brothers. Yeah, Alex hates Smash Brothers.
I just don't like it. I don't know why. It's just like not for me.
Too frantic.
I just don't. Yeah, there's so much going on. It stresses me out. So.
Yeah, we did 1 round, right?
Yeah, we did 1. You could tell I was over it and immediately.
Yeah, because I played as Byleth and a female Byleth, and you were who'd you even play as?
I believe it's Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh right, yeah. And you fell off this. No, actually, no. You never self-destructed, believe it or not.
So I feel like it's more fun when there's like the comms or there's like 4 people on the screen, because at least then like you're not focused on one person the whole time. Like I feel like that's what's fun about Smash is when you're focused on multiple people.
Yeah.
I feel like because we like played it with just verses, it wasn't as fun of an experience. Because I've played at like our friends' parties before, and like I just fuck around, but it's like funny because like I'm just so bad at it, and like the other 4 people just kind of feel bad for me and don't attack me because I end up killing myself at some point.
I mean, I'm not particularly good at Smash either. I just play because I like playing. I like games. But
I like games too, but I don't like Smash.
Yeah. So we played a bit of. We only played 1 round of that, and then she was over it. So then Then we moved over to Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle.
Yeah.
Which isn't a funny game because it's basically a Blaze Blue game, but it has like it's like a massive crossover between like a bunch of Arc System Works games. So it has. I remember it's Blaze Blue, and then there's also Persona 4 Arena characters.
Yes.
Then they also added Ruby characters, and I forget what the other two are. I believe it's... I believe
I
it
have no idea.
is... Sorry, we're a little underprepared here. Under Night in Birth. I'm not really sure what that is.
Okay.
It's a fighting visual novel series. Developed by French Bread.
Ah, I see. French bread.
Was it ever released in America?
French fries.
Yeah, there was one on the... Yeah, okay, so it was released in America. It's a crossover between Blaze Blue, Persona 4 Alt Arena, Under Night in Birth, and Ruby. And there was also characters from, I believe, Arcana Heart? I'm not really sure what that is.
I feel like it's a mobile game.
It's a fighting game, apparently.
Oh.
And I guess Senran Kagura is in there, too. But, yeah, basically, it's one big crossover game that just features... It's primarily Blaze Blue, Ruby, Persona 4, and Under Night. But it's an Arc System style fighter, which is like super stylized 2D artwork, crazy combos, and just like it's insanity, really. And I mostly use the Persona and Ruby characters, although I did start kind of get experimental with like the randos.
Yeah, I started off with Teddy and then Yuna Kami, which was fun, and I noticed that like when the characters are from the same series, they have like more together dialogue.
Yeah, well, some of like the ones that weren't had some decent dialogue.
Yeah.
I noticed. It's just a fun, charming kind of little game.
Yeah.
Definitely super crazy and frantic.
Oh
though.
yeah, I was having fun at first, but after a while, it was becoming almost like too frantic for me, and it was like, you know, when there's a lot going on, it like kind of gives you a headache or something, or it's just like. It's stressing me out at this point, and I'm losing enjoyment, and I'm just feeling stressed.
And sometimes you just don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it slowly became that. I had fun the first 2 rounds, and then it slowly just was like, okay, this is a lot going on. So I would give it another shot, but
there's just something funny about all these different like anime fighters on screen together, like just seeing like Yukiko Amagi and Blake Belladonna just duke it out on screen. It's like. What weird crossover universe am I watching right now?
Yeah, I chose like one character from like I think the Blaze Blue series, and she was like this random like cat lady.
Yeah.
And I had Teddy, and it was just like. Bleh.
And then you get the backgrounds from Persona 4, and it's playing Ruby music.
Oh
It's like,
yeah.
it's so freaking crazy and
so
high hectic.
Yeah.
It's a fun game. I mean, all the Blaze Blue Arc System Arc games are pretty crazy and fun. They're all super. Like, any game like that, like Dragon Ball FighterZ, Persona 4 Arena, like, all of them are a blast. Like, Blaze Blue, Guilty Gear. And then after that, then we moved on to, back to platform. Well, we moved to a platformer, so we decided to do Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe. Which is just a port of New Super Mario Brothers U on the Wii U. With a couple added features and stuff. And we played around with that. We did a couple levels.
Yeah.
Alex kept dying.
Yeah, I'm not very good at. I noticed I'm not very good at side scrollers.
No, here's the thing. It's the stupid live system that really causes the problem. Because lives are such an archaic, like, dated, like, concept that shouldn't even be in games anymore.
Yeah.
Because we played a few rounds of that, and I mean, it's fun, but at the same time, it's like. When you have that like limited amount of lives, it's so freaking irritating.
Well, I feel like the lives thing, it depends on like the game, because like obviously like in some sort of scenarios, like in a fighting game scenario, having lives.
Well, that's different because.
Yeah, but I'd say like in like a platformer style game, I feel like it's kind of. I agree, it's like obsolete at this point.
Well,
like
they were meant for like quarter gobbling at like arcades and like or like older games. It's just a challenge because games were more archaic back then.
Yeah.
But nowadays
but
it's
there's
like
so much to games now that it's like
it's just dumb at this point.
Yeah.
Which moves on to the next game we played, which was Rayman Legends, complete edition, definitive edition.
Which I really like.
Rayman Legends is a phenomenal side-scrolling platformer. Same with Origins, its predecessor, which uses the UbiArt engine, which is a phenomenal game engine that freaking Ubisoft does not use enough. But Rayman Legends is an incredibly challenging platformer.
Yeah.
But what makes up for it is it has no lives.
Yeah.
And when you have no lives, it's like dying doesn't matter. It's like it's all about the challenge. Like it can be hard.
Especially when you're playing co-op, because you're able to like, rather than even going back to like a certain checkpoint, like you're able to like instantly get back.
Yeah, and it's like a game like Super Meat Boy. It's like if that game had lives, no one would have played it.
Yeah.
Because it's ridiculous.
It would have been so frustrating.
Like lives are just stupid, and like we don't need them anymore in games.
Yeah, and as we talked about, like in I forget what review it was. Oh, the Jaguar, like the thing that made the Rayman.
Well, Rayman 1. What makes Rayman 1 such a frustrating game, especially for how gorgeous it is?
Was the live system.
It's got a live system, and it's so brutally hard as a game. But Rayman Origins and Legends are like the easiest game, are like the hardest game, some of the hardest games out there. But they have no lives, so like the challenge gets like diminished.
Yeah, so it kind of gives you like, it encourages you to keep playing.
Well, yeah, it's like because if the game is frustrating like that, it's like you're not gonna want to keep playing it.
Yeah.
And which is a huge problem. But oh my god, Rayman Legends is such a gorgeous looking game. Like that 2D art, like mixed with subtle 3D occasionally.
Yeah.
And the controls are phenomenal. Like it's such a smooth game. Like such a great sense of flow, bizarre sense of humor.
Yeah.
Like it's such a Michelle Ancel is like has like some of like the most crazy like ideas for a game, and it's such a blast to play. It's just a shame that like Ubisoft does not seem to want to do anything with Rayman, it seems.
Well, and didn't you like tell me about how like he might be a little difficult to work with?
I've heard he's difficult. I've also heard Ubisoft's kind of a weird company when it comes to a lot of things.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of different stories and stuff. It's just like, it's a shame because Ubisoft has these great franchises, and I think the only thing they seem to ever do with Rayman is the Rabbids these days, which are just basically their own series now. Yeah. Which sucks.
Oh,
but
wait, they were part of Rayman?
Yeah, originally Rayman went after Rayman 3. The next game was Rayman Raving Rabbids.
Oh, okay.
Which initially started out as a platformer and then became a party game.
Huh.
And there was Raving Rabbids TV Party, and eventually they just kind of like phased them out of the series. They phased Rayman out of
the Rabbids
games, and kind of just became their own series.
I did not know that. I always thought those were just their own.
Well, no, they were supposed to be the enemy of what was originally going to be Rayman 4. Oh. Before it became a party game instead of a platformer, which kind of sucks because I really want another 3D Rayman. Yeah. Because I mean, I love the 2D games, but Rayman 2 and 3 are such good games. Yeah. 2 in particular. But I mean, that's beside the point. Yes, we played all of those, and then we kind of took a break after that.
Yeah, we took a break. I think we like went and ate.
Yeah, we went and ate, and we kind of like did some other things for a bit.
Yeah.
And then we regrouped today, and we decided to do another
another group.
Yeah, another group of games. So we decided to do. The next one we played was New Super Mario Bros. No, not New Super Mario. Super Mario 3D World. Yeah. Which is it's basically New Super Mario Brothers, but in 3D. Yeah. And it's 4-player co-op in a 3D space. It's basically you take a 2D Mario game and you make it 3D. Yeah. Like you end with the flag. So this one now, Alex, definitely you handled this one better.
Yeah, I like this. I don't know. I guess I like the 3D worlds a lot better.
Now, it still has a life system, which I think is dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, Mario games didn't do away with that until Odyssey. And even Odyssey still has kind of a weird... Odyssey has the coin mechanic, which is... Yeah. It's dumb, but it is what it is. But this game is just funny. Like, the strange levels, like crazy things. Yeah. Me and Alex constantly fighting over the crown.
Yes.
The cat suit is fun. Oh, wait, Alex completely fucked us over on that Bowser boss.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
You kept picking me up while I was trying to knock the spike balls back. And
I wasn't doing it on purpose. It just was happening.
You got lucky to have that fire flower, like, at the last second. And
yeah, I was just shooting Bowser with it.
It was like, shit. What do we do? Yeah. That one was fun, and then... We played that for a good while. Like, that game is gorgeous. Like, that was, like, one of the last, like, Wii U games to finally make the jump over to Switch. Because there was a while where, like, it was, like... There was a good amount of, like, Switch games which were just kind of, like... sitting like in limbo. Well, not Switch games, Wii U games.
Wii U games.
Most of them have all made the jump. Like, there's only a few
that haven't.
Yeah, like Yoshi's Woolly World never made the jump.
Oh, that's kind of a shame.
Well, they made Yoshi's Crafted World for the Switch.
Oh, okay. So
there was Kirby and the Rainbow Curse,
Oh.
but that game is kind of dependent on like Wii U gamepad to play. Star Fox Zero, but no one really cares about that.
Yeah. Womp womp.
Happy Home.
Happy Home Design.
That Animal Crossing party game that sucked.
Oh yeah, but did we really want that?
I'm sure there was somebody who did.
Well, they are wrong. No.
They're just dumb. Yeah, so there's like a few like select ones that never made the jump over, but for the most part, it was like one of the final like Switch games to really Wii U games to make the jump to Switch and completely make the Switch obsolete. Oh yeah, Paper Mario Color Splash, that was another one.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, and most of these Switch ports ended up adding like bonus like content anyways, like 3D World that had like this whole like added like Bowser's Fury section, which is like this whole other game that adds on to it, which is pretty cool. It's kind of like it's kind of a mixture between 3D World and Odyssey in a way.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely cool to mess around with.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played those for a good bit. It's funny going from like 2D games to 3D games.
Yeah.
Like, because it's such a jarring like shift.
Oh yeah.
Especially like a 2D Mario to a game like 3D World's like.
Yeah.
3D Worlds is definitely like miles better than New Super Mario Bros. U, like by a long shot. It's just a much more solid and like overall, I guess, pleasant game to play in a lot of ways.
I think it's a lot more fun too when it comes to co-op. Like I think it's more co-op friendly.
Two-player co-op is fine. I mean, honestly, the best way to play 3D Worlds is by yourself, just because it gets incredibly hectic.
Yeah.
2 players is manageable. 4 players though, oh boy, it gets nuts.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Like in that section, we were in that like Carnival World.
Yeah, and you gotta
and
hit all the switches.
Those four people with all those switches would be a disaster.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Woo!
And we're back.
Woo! Ow! Back.
All right.
Abuse, brother abuse.
Oh, shut! No one believes your crocodile tears.
You hurt me. I think my leg's broken.
What's wrong with you?
Everything. I thought you knew this by now.
Anyways,
This is day 3 you're spending with me, and I'm surprised you're still staying.
Anyways, so continuing our Switch multiplayer madness, as you can say.
Yeah.
So after Mario 3D Worlds, then we decided.
Can we restart?
No.
Please?
No.
I didn't mean to do that. That's really gross. Can you edit it out,
No.
please?
So after that, we decided to switch over
I
to.
didn't know that was gonna happen.
So after that, we decided we were gonna switch to something more
You're so mean.
non-traditional. Okay, Miss has been a pain in the ass for no reason. Yeah, okay, you're totally upset.
I am upset. If it's in the podcast, I'll be upset.
Yeah, you won't remember by then.
Shit.
So anyways, the next game we decided to play was we decided to mess around with Tetris Effect, which just recently saw a port to the Switch. And Tetris Effect is like Tetris, but it's like an audio and visual, like, it's more of an audio and visual experience than an actual game. And I'd never messed around, because it added multiplayer to the game, the Switch port, which is also available on everything else. But we decided to try out the multiplayer, which is bizarre. To be safe, it's like it's 3 players versus like the version mode we played was like 3 players versus 1 computer.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like fighting against the computer, but you also have to work together with your teammates. And it's crazy because it's like sensory overload. Like there's points where like the board randomly just connects with like other players. So it's like you'll have like all of a sudden like all 3 boards will like merge and you guys have to like work together to fill out the slots to handicap the the computer, like the main like boss you're facing.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like back and forth, and like eventually, unfortunately, it was me and Alex, and then we had one computer versus the boss computer.
Mm-hmm.
And so Alex got wiped out, and then it was me and the other computer, and the other computer just started sucking miserably, and I was like, we're doomed.
We're doomed.
We're doomed. Meanwhile, the music is like super bumping in the background.
Yeah.
Because that's just what Tetris Effect is.
Well, and like there's also like this option where I could like try and revive, but like we could not figure it out. I was trying everything, and I got really close.
We were probably doing it wrong, to be honest.
I had no idea how to get it to work. No idea.
But
also, I don't know why, but it stressed me out. Like all the music and the sounds, it made me more stressed.
Tetris is a fun game.
Tetris stresses. I'm not good at Tetris already, and like it stresses me out.
Yeah.
So I was very stressed the whole time and not relaxed. So the opposite effect happened to me. I was just stressed.
Yeah, Tetris Effect is actually based. There's like actually a concept called the Tetris Effect. I'd have to look into it. Like it's supposed to be based off of that. I feel like a Tetris retrospective would be a better time to talk about that though. But so there's your hiccup count.
1.
So after Tetris Effect.
Can you just add that sound over the burp I did earlier? So it's less gross.
No.
Will you censor it?
No. But so we kept going, and after that, then we moved on to the final game we decided to play, and this one was actually a surprise for how much Alex actually liked it.
Oh yeah.
But so she enjoyed Mario Kart 8 to a degree, which is funny because she's not a big racing game fan.
No.
But then we decided to play Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, the remake on Switch.
Yep.
And Alex had a blast with this one.
I thought it was really fun.
Well, it's a great remake as it is. So we were messing around with the character not the character creator, but the Kart designer and create thing. So I was playing as Cortex, and she was playing as Crunch.
And I put him in this little pink hoverboat.
Yeah, hoverboat, and she had the Russian flag on it.
I just felt like it.
And I had the Finnish flag because I don't know why it was there.
It was there.
And we were just being like a nightmare on the course. And Alex, like, literally the first track, just straight up drove right into a wall.
So when we did the track, like, there was this, like, beam, but I don't know why, but I just thought it was a ramp. Like, I genuinely thought it was, like, a ramp, and I would go, wee! But then it was just, boom!
It was a giant pillar.
And then from there, it just went really downhill.
Yeah.
Because at that point, I already fucked up.
Well, it was funny, because the first 2 rounds, like, I just, like, swept them, like, first places both, and you were, like, having a hell of a time. Like, the second one demoralized you, because you started off so well.
I did.
Like, you were leading, and then you just got destroyed by everything.
The items in this game, I feel like
They're not as bad as Mario Kart, but they're still pretty bad.
Oh yeah, it's like the TNT boxes are what get you, because they leave on the ground, but then once they're on you, it ticks down too. Yeah. So you're just like, no, and it almost makes you feel worse. No. Because not like it immediately affects you. You have to sit there and wait for it to affect you.
Yeah. But then the third course was the funniest, because then all of a sudden, like,
luck changed.
I got freaking massacred, and Alex dominated the race.
Yeah.
Like, you were like, oh no. But I'm like, Alex, you're in first. And I'm like, you're like, oh yeah. And you were so shocked. You were like, oh.
I was real confused.
But it was a crazy play. It was fun. Yeah. Like, just flying by. And then the last one, we were both pretty good. Like, just like flying through the stages, doing pretty well.
Yeah.
That game is fun too. Like, it's super quick. Like, it plays great. The boost mechanic's a little weird because you have to like it uses the Nitro Kart style where you have to kind of like time it. Which once you get it down, it's fun. It's like super. It's like super high energy and a blast. Yeah. It's more of, well, you're still trying to figure out how to play where it gets a bit tougher. Especially Alex when she drives right in first. You like went from like 0 to 0 so fast. You were like, boom, and you were like, what?
I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely thought that it was a ramp and that I was gonna go somewhere on the ramp, and then it was a wall.
Yeah, and you moved so fast too that it was like so shocking. You were just like, what?
Where's the ramp?
You're like, oh no!
I think I did that a couple times too, like with different spots where I was like, oh shit, or like it would branch off into two like tubes, and I would just run, I wouldn't hit it right, and I'd just run into the wall and be like, shit. Yeah.
It's funny. It's like such a hectic game, like quick hectic game too. That it's like, just like the next thing you know, it's like all of a sudden done, and you're like, whoa.
But I think that's what I liked about it. I liked the speed of it.
The smooth, super smooth controls, like just everything.
Yeah.
Like it was a good time. I mean, we had a pretty good blast. We played a good couple, like 6 games, I think it was.
Yeah, we played like 6 rounds. It was fun. Oh, 6 games.
Yeah, 6 games. Like messed around.
Yeah.
There's definitely more we could have played, but we only had so much time. What was your favorite? Like, honestly, it was probably Rayman Legends and.
It was
Crash.
Rayman and Crash, yeah. Rayman, because they were both the ones where I was like, oh, I want to play these games. I was having fun with the Mario one, Mario 3D.
Oh, 3D Worlds?
I like that one too.
That's a game that aged very well.
I'd say my tier list was Rayman, Crash Team Racing, Crash, whatever the fuck
Team
it is.
Racing,
Crash Racing, whatever the fuck. And then Mario 3D World, woo-ha, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, woo-ha.
Yeah, those were great. I mean, I love Rayman Legends. That's a great game. Crash Nitro Kart. I mean, Mario Kart 8. I like them all. I'm like not a picky person. I just like games.
Yeah.
We had a good time though, messing around with all the different tracks and like different games. It's fun to just kind of like switch them around because the Switch is such a versatile little system.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there was just something funny about those cards that we made in Crash though.
They were silly.
The whole game was kind of silly.
Yeah. The whole games, but you know, it was just kind of fun to play a bunch of multiplayer games because I feel like when you're at home, like by yourself, you don't really get to utilize those multiplayer features. So it's nice to actually
local multiplayer, anyways. I mean, online multiplayer is still
around
yeah. Now.
Well, yeah, because you were telling me about how like you play Mario Kart multiplayer like at random times, and you'll just get these crowds of people who are so good.
Yeah.
And you're just like get demolished.
Mario Kart 8 online is freaking insane.
I'm sure it is.
Like, there's some people that are just way too good. There was that, and then... Yeah, for the most part, though, it was a blast.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
It was calming. I mean, really not much to say. The Switch is just one of those systems that's, like... There's so much potential. It has so many freaking games on it.
Oh, yeah.
And they're all so good. And
there's constantly more being added as well.
The Switch is kind of scary just how fast it's getting popular. Like, it's nuts how quick it's going.
Yeah. And they already got their upgraded version.
Quote-unquote upgraded.
It's just a bigger screen.
Yeah.
That's all, really.
Nicer-looking screen.
Yeah.
Slightly bigger.
Yeah. Do all the same remotes still work? Like, Joy-Cons still work?
No, well, I don't know.
Or does it have specific...
I think they're slightly bigger. I'd have to look at it. I know the dock's different.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it does have an Ethernet port now, though. That's one thing.
That's neat.
Yeah. Well, this was a short one.
I know what we need.
She's gonna go kidnap her cat again.
No. Just sing him a song while I'm...
I hope the cat just, like, denies you right now.
No, she won't.
I bet she will. It's already going bad. And she's got the cat. The Tillard.
And her claws are in me. Her claws are in my flesh.
Well, you kind of just forced her up from her nap, so...
Oh, well. Kitty, say hello. Ow, shit.
You can't force her to do it.
Yeah, I can. Say hi.
She's not doing it.
Say hi.
She's like denying you right now.
Say hi. Just speak. Touching her belly. Oh.
Cat's like, can we not?
Say hi.
Okay, she's had enough. I'm sorry.
Have you had enough?
This is her way of doing it.
Have you had enough? Ow, ow, ow.
Yep, now she's clawing into you.
Oh, ow, 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 shit.
That served you right.
I love you. Look, see? Already friends again.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyways, guys, after that, whatever that was, thanks once again for joining us on the Gaming and Collecting Podcast. The Gaming and Collecting Podcast is made on Anchor Podcasts, and you can find us on all your major podcasting platforms, particularly Apple's Podcast and Spotify. You can also follow us on Good Pods, along with Instagram and Twitter. And the episodes usually go up on YouTube at some point. There's no time frame on that. It's just kind of whenever I can get around.
Wow, that was really speedy.
Yeah.
Have you been practicing?
Yeah, it's almost like I've done it 4 times today.
Wow. So the Gaming and Collecting Podcast is available on... It's also available in the sky. If you look really hard, you'll find it up there.
You're on drugs.
No, I am drugs.